Cleveland Browns. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, he shifts past him. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about... yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
First down, Mayfield. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Second down, Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Elliott, the leading rusher for the second time in his 3 NFL seasons, 1,434 yards, more than 100 better than second-place Saquon Barkley.
And the offense runs through Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas. He makes them go. And how about how he added to his pass catching this year? His numbers jumped up in a big way. So when Dak Prescott didn't have something downfield, he just dumped it out into the flat to number 21.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great play there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
47.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get in to make it 8-0. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl, and as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and for the second straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was expected. We knew that was going to happen. Mahomes, we thought would happen. There was that school of thought that maybe Drew Brees might walk away with the MVP since he's never won one, but Mahomes a deserving winner. How about the Offensive Rookie of the Year? Saquon Barkley with the Giants. Many thought it might be Baker Mayfield with Cleveland.
Yeah, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Darius Leonard of the Colts, and the Colts Comeback Player of the Year, Andrew Luck, and very deservedly so.
I would say that for sure, and he beat out J.J. Watt, who also would have been a deserving winner. Coach of the Year, I thought, was a close vote, or probably should have been closer to me, because I thought Anthony Lynn from the Chargers deserved some respect, but Matt Nagy of the Bears, he ends up winning the award. They went 12-4 in his rookie season.
And then last one we need to mention, Chris Long of the Eagles, well-deserved Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. Congrats to all.
Yeah, how about that? Donated his first 4 game checks to fund a literacy program that donated free books and mentoring services for families. And remember, last season, he donated every game check to causes that he felt strongly about.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They go play action. Mayfield. Underneath for Johnson. And that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Higgins. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jackson. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 4. Done.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Charles Chubb, heck of a rookie season, but do you think it bothers him that he had 996 yards?
I'll guarantee you it bothers him. It reminds me of a runner by the name of Dave Hampton, who played for the Atlanta Falcons. who actually went over 1,000 yards in a 14-game season. They gave him the game ball, stopped the game and applauded for him, and then he took another carry and lost yardage and finished the season at 996 yards and never came close to 1,000 again.
But still, though, Nick Chubb, great season, finishing 10th in the league in rushing as a rookie.
And don't forget his signature run against the Atlanta Falcons, 92 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, that pickup will be good for a first down. Give him 10 yards exactly on the quick slant.
Lucky 56.
They'll run with Chubb. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Browns move back within a couple of the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, second major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pauvin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, I.B. Strafen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Christian Kirksey in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To throw is Prescott. Buying time to his left. Looking sideline, incomplete. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
46. Gun. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47. 46.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Flush to his right. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And taken at the 46. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there. Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout with the Cowboys. And I love it.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. the shotgun. It's Mayfield. And the pressure gets to him again. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Third and long for Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Well, Charles, as the Cowboys take over here, what do you think of the season that Dallas had? Yes, they get in the playoffs, but that's now 6 straight divisional round games that they've lost.
And that doesn't make you feel great as an organization. But think about this season. They started 3-5, ended up winning their division. Questions about their head coach Jason Garrett's future. They finished 7-1 to claim that 3rd NFC East title in 5 years. And then they added a playoff win over Seattle as well. So I think the future looks good for Dallas. I also like what they're building in terms of Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott on offense. But how about on defense? They got 2 of the better young linebackers in the league, and Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. Build around them and watch for the Cowboys to be in the mix in years to come.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go, 46, 46. Switch and switch and
Throwing, Prescott being chased out left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3. And it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half 3-0 New England? Stephen Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zuerlein at the end of 3 quarters of the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, the 3rd team to win the year after losing the Super Bowl, the first since the Dolphins in 1972.
And, of course, the big number now for New England, 6 titles, and they are tied with the Steelers for the most ever. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Gun! Detroit!
Throwing, Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 48. Gun. 46.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this one is right through. And the lead grows to 4. It's 11-7. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he is going to be taken down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
On the ground, this is Jackson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. And you know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure. So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. The Cowboys on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. 26.
Back near his goal line. It's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And they work this out past the 25. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
46.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Fighting a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. A first down carry by Elliott. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah. man. You're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
That's it, baby. That's it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go. Boy, nigga.
And the blitz does come. Flushed out right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll run it with Elliott, and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And this Browns defense stands tall. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. Back now in Arlington. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, Mayfield completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Mayfield on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll run with Elliott, and he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
It's coming now. Under.
The give is to Elliott. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
46. Gun. 26.
A second down throw for Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Elliott a first down and more. 30, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 51 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Detroit! Over! Detroit!
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Higgins. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Detroit!
Back to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. A big gain of 39 on third. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Landry. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. They'll be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Gone!
He's back to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and it would appear the Cowboys are going to win this football game.
46. Here we go.
Throwing here, Prescott. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.